Feeling guilty. There was a young girl named Emma who loved to play with her friends after school. One afternoon, she borrowed her best friend Sarah's favorite bracelet, promising to return it by the end of the day. However, while playing, Emma accidentally broke the bracelet. She panicked, unsure of what to do. Instead of telling Sarah the truth, Emma decided to hide the broken pieces and pretend nothing happened. For the next few days, Emma felt uneasy. Every time she saw Sarah, the guilt grew heavier. Sarah asked about the bracelet, but Emma kept making excuses. She couldn't sleep well at night, thinking about how she had lied to her friend. The weight of her guilt was too much to bear, and Emma knew she had to do the right thing. One day, Emma finally gathered the courage to confess to Sarah. With a heavy heart, she explained what had happened and apologized for lying. Sarah was surprised but appreciated Emma's honesty. Although she was upset at first, Sarah forgave Emma, and they even worked together to try and fix the bracelet. Emma felt a huge sense of relief after confessing. She realized that carrying guilt was far more painful than admitting her mistake. She promised herself to always be honest, even when it was difficult. Moral: hiding mistakes only makes the guilt grow. It's better to be honest and take responsibility for your actions, because only then can you move forward and find peace. Part 2. After Emma apologized to Sarah and they worked together to fix the bracelet, their friendship seemed to get back to normal. However, deep inside, Emma still felt some guilt, although Sarah had forgiven her. Emma couldn't shake off the feeling that she had damaged their trust. Every time she saw Sarah smiling or being kind to her, Emma's guilt resurfaced, making her wonder if things would ever be the same. One afternoon, while they were playing together, Sarah noticed that Emma seemed quieter than usual. Concerned, she asked, "Is everything okay, Emma?" Emma hesitated for a moment, then sighed. She confessed, "I still feel bad about what happened with your bracelet, even though you forgave me." Sarah paused, then smiled gently. "Emma, it's okay. I forgave you because I know you didn't mean to break it. Accidents happen. The important thing is that you were honest, and our friendship means more to me than any bracelet." Hearing this made Emma feel a little lighter. She realized that while she couldn't change the past, she could focus on being a better friend moving forward. Emma thanked Sarah again, and for the first time since the incident, she felt at peace. Moral: forgiving others is important, but learning to forgive yourself is just as crucial. Mistakes don't define you. How you grow from them does. Part 3. As time passed, Emma and Sarah's friendship grew stronger. They spent more time together, sharing secrets, helping each other with schoolwork, and laughing about little things. The guilt Emma once felt slowly faded, but the lessons she learned from the experience stayed with her. One day, their teacher announced a group project that required trust and teamwork. Emma and Sarah were excited to work together, but they were also paired with a new student, Grace, who seemed shy and unsure of herself. Emma noticed that Grace had trouble speaking up during discussions and was nervous about contributing her ideas. Remembering how she felt when she made mistakes with Sarah, Emma decided to be kind and patient with Grace. She encouraged her to share her thoughts and made sure she felt included. Grace slowly opened up, gaining confidence with every step. At the end of the project, the group received praise for their excellent teamwork. Grace thanked Emma and Sarah for their support. And Emma realized that her past mistakes had taught her how to be a better friend, not just to Sarah, but to anyone who needed understanding and kindness. Moral: life's challenges and mistakes teach us valuable lessons. When we learn from them, we become better, more empathetic people who can help others in similar situations. Part 4. After the success of the group project, Emma's confidence grew, but she also became more aware of how her actions could affect others. One afternoon, Sarah, Grace, and Emma were hanging out in the park when Emma noticed that Sarah seemed upset. She hadn't said anything, but her usual cheerful demeanor was gone. Emma asked Sarah quietly, "Are you okay? You seem a little down." Sarah hesitated before saying, "I've been feeling a little ignored lately. Sometimes I feel like I'm not as important now that we're all friends with Grace." Emma felt a wave of guilt rush over her. She hadn't realized that in her effort to be kind to Grace, she might have unintentionally made Sarah feel left out. Emma remembered how much their friendship meant to her, especially after the bracelet incident, and she knew she had to fix things. "I'm so sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. You're still my best friend, and I care about you a lot," Emma said sincerely. Sarah smiled a little, but remained quiet. Emma decided to spend more time with Sarah, making sure she felt valued and included. They continued doing things they loved, like baking cookies together, telling each other stories, and hanging out at their favorite spots. Slowly, Sarah's smile returned, and their bond became even stronger. Moral: even with the best intentions, we can sometimes hurt others without realizing it. It's important to be mindful of how our actions affect those around us, and to always nurture the relationships we value most. Part 5. As time went on, Emma learned to balance her friendships with both Sarah and Grace. She became more aware of how important it was to give attention and care to the people she loved. One day, while sitting together in the schoolyard, Emma brought up the topic of guilt and how much she had learned from her past mistakes. "I used to feel so guilty about little things, like the time with the bracelet," Emma admitted to Sarah and Grace. "But I've realized that guilt only helps if you learn from it. I think it made me a better friend." Sarah nodded in agreement. "You've changed a lot, Emma, and in a good way. We all make mistakes, but how we grow from them is what really matters." Grace smiled and added, "You were there for me when I needed it, And you've been such a good friend to Sarah. I'm lucky to have both of you. With those words, Emma felt a sense of peace. She had grown, learned, and understood the value of kindness, empathy, and forgiveness, not just toward others, but toward herself. The guilt she once carried had turned into wisdom, making her stronger and more thoughtful in every relationship. Moral: guilt can be a powerful teacher if we use it to reflect and grow. By acknowledging our mistakes, we can become better friends, better people, and learn to forgive both ourselves and others. End episode. Emma, Sarah, and Grace became closer friends after all the ups and downs. Emma's journey of feeling guilty taught her valuable lessons about friendship, empathy, and the importance of balancing relationships. She realized that making mistakes is natural, but it's how we respond to those mistakes that defines us. The three friends often reflected on the times they hurt each other, but instead of dwelling on the guilt, they focused on the growth and the lessons learned. Emma no longer let guilt weigh her down, but instead used it to build stronger relationships. They shared more laughter, trusted one another deeply, and created many happy memories together. As the school year came to an end, the friends looked forward to the adventures ahead, knowing that no matter what challenges they faced, they could overcome them by being honest, kind, and understanding. Moral: guilt is a part of life, but it's not meant to stay forever. It's a reminder to learn, grow, and become better. By embracing our mistakes, we can turn guilt into strength and build deeper connections with others. Smash that sub button and stick with us for more awesome videos.